China just unleashed a jaw-dropping fleet of next-gen transport, floating SUVs, flying taxis, and AI-driven pods. And they're not concepts, they're already in action. A monorail built in 7 months glides over traffic. A luxury SUV turns into a boat mid-disaster. Drone taxis lift passengers skyward without a pilot. While America debates, China dominates, building scalable, real-world tech that's rewriting how cities move. This isn't just innovation, it's a power play. The future of mobility isn't coming, it's here, and it's flying, floating, and self-driving straight out of China. Is America ready or already left behind? Number 1. The floating SUV Yangwang U8. Imagine this. You're stuck in rising floodwaters, roads vanishing beneath waves, chaos erupting around you, and then, like something out of a futuristic spy movie, a luxurious SUV doesn't just survive, it floats. Meet the BYD Yangwang U8, China's jaw-dropping, reality-bending creation that is shaking the very foundation of the global auto industry. This isn't your average luxury vehicle. It's a $150,000 powerhouse engineered to dominate not just roads, but rivers. At first glance, it looks like a sleek, ultra-modern SUV meant for CEOs and billionaires. But hidden beneath its commanding exterior is technology that lets it defy the laws of nature. In a flood, the wheels retract, the system seals, and the entire vehicle floats, yes, floats, gliding like a yacht while the competition sinks. Under the hood, the Yangwang U8 boasts 4 individual electric motors, allowing it to perform tank turns and precise maneuvers that even the most advanced Teslas can't touch. It's a hybrid of brute force and refined elegance, combining opulent design with life-saving capabilities. In emergency situations, tsunamis, flash floods, collapsed bridges, this isn't just a vehicle. It becomes a rescue craft, a lifeline, a literal escape pod for the ultra-rich. And let's talk luxury. From massaging leather seats to an AI-assisted cockpit, the interior feels like you're piloting a private jet rather than driving a car. It whispers power, status, and preparedness in a way no American SUV dares to. And here's the kicker, the U8 isn't a concept. It's real, it's in production, and it's already hitting streets. That means China isn't just experimenting, they're executing. Meanwhile, in the US, automakers still scramble to perfect electric pickup trucks, while this floating beast is navigating both land and water. It's not just a wake-up call, it's a declaration. The future of transportation might not be forged in Detroit. It could be sailing out of Shenzhen. The Yangwang U8 isn't just a vehicle, it's a warning shot. A glimpse into a future where roads are optional and survival meets sophistication. If that doesn't make you question everything you thought you knew about cars, what will? So the question is, when disaster strikes, do you want to be stuck in traffic or floating past it like a boss? Number 2, Skytrain, a city above the streets. Imagine gliding above a city, not stuck in traffic, but soaring silently along a sleek, elevated monorail that never stops, never pollutes, and never delays. This isn't science fiction, it's China's newest jaw-dropping marvel, the Skytrain. In just 7 months, China constructed a 10.5-kilometer aerial monorail defying urban development timelines and redefining what's possible in mass transit. While American cities continue battling aging infrastructure and bureaucratic red tape, China is building cities in the sky, and the world is watching. The Skytrain isn't just a train, it's a statement. Suspended like something out of a Marvel film, this fully electric, unmanned system floats above city chaos, offering passengers a peaceful, futuristic ride where every detail screams innovation. No carbon emissions, no traffic jams, no driver. This isn't about convenience. It's about control. Control over time, over movement, over the urban skyline. The SkyTrain operates high above the congestion, freeing up ground space for green parks, public spaces, and next-gen city planning. It slices through cities like a scalpel, clean, quiet, and ruthlessly efficient, and it's unmanned. Yes, fully autonomous, making it not just a symbol of progress but a direct challenge to traditional transport models clinging to outdated norms. While American transit projects struggle with funding and delays, think California's high-speed rail saga, China is already rolling out the future. The SkyTrain represents a new kind of power, soft, elegant, technological dominance that doesn't need to scream, it just works. And its impact is deeper than transportation. It's cultural, it's psychological, it's a vision of tomorrow that makes you question the present. If China can pull this off in 7 months, what's stopping the US? Bureaucracy, cost, or a lack of political will? Now imagine this, a ride above the clouds with panoramic views of a bustling metropolis as the city moves beneath you like a living, breathing organism. The SkyTrain isn't just an innovation, it's a revolution in how we imagine urban life. It's a luxury of movement, an eco-friendly leap, and a technological masterpiece wrapped into one gliding beast in the sky. America needs to pay attention because this isn't just the future of transport, it's a glimpse into a world where the sky is no longer the limit, but the highway. So ask yourself, while we're still waiting on delayed subway lines, are we being left behind in the dust or in the clouds? Number 3. Drone taxis. The EHang 266S. What if your next Uber didn't roll up with 4 wheels, but descended from the sky like something out of a futuristic spy thriller? Welcome to the EHang 266S, China's autonomous flying taxi that just shattered the limits of urban transport and left the world, especially America, watching in awe. This isn't a concept sketch or a prototype stuck in testing limbo. It's real. It flies, and it's carrying actual passengers. Powered by electric motors and guided entirely by AI, the EHang 266S is a 2-passenger, pilotless aerial vehicle that lifts off vertically, glides over city traffic, and lands with the grace of a hummingbird. No traffic jams, no carbon emissions, no driver, just you, a destination, and the sky. Now picture this. You're late for a meeting in downtown Manhattan. Every street is clogged, horns are blaring, time is slipping. Then suddenly, above it all, a sleek, glass-domed drone descends to your rooftop. You step inside. There's no pilot, no steering wheel, just a tablet asking, "Where to?" That's the promise of the EHang 266S. A ride once reserved for billionaires in helicopters is now being built for everyday urban warriors, and it's already operating test flights in multiple Chinese cities. With a top speed of 80 miles per hour and a range that covers most intra-city commutes, it transforms minutes into moments, turning the unbearable crawl of traffic into a cinematic flight. But here's where it gets even more serious. Safety. This isn't some DIY drone project. The EHang 266S is stacked with triple redundancy systems, emergency protocols, air traffic connectivity, and real-time obstacle avoidance. Every flight is mapped, monitored, and controlled by intelligent command centers. It's not just safe, It's engineered to be safer than most ground vehicles. And yes, it's fully electric. Clean energy, zero emissions. Whisper quiet propulsion. It's not just better for the environment, it's built for the cities of tomorrow, where pollution isn't an inevitability, but a choice. While U.S. aviation and automotive industries are still navigating regulations, lobbyists, and red tape, China is flying straight into the future. The EHang 266S isn't science fiction, it's already here, reshaping how we think about time, space, and movement. This isn't just a vehicle, it's freedom in a capsule. A luxury ride above the noise, a challenge to every grounded assumption we've had about commuting. Number 4. Lazareth LMV 496, the flying motorcycle. Imagine roaring down the freeway on a futuristic superbike, the kind Bruce Wayne might keep hidden in his garage. But just as the road ends or chaos strikes, a switch flips, jets ignite, wheels retract, and suddenly you're airborne. This isn't a movie, this is the Lazareth LMV 496, a real-life flying motorcycle from a part high-exam luxury bike, part vertical takeoff aircraft. The LMV 496 doesn't just blur the lines between fantasy and reality, it obliterates them. And it's not in a lab. It exists, it flies, and it's redefining what personal transport means in the 21st century. Designed by the elite French engineering house Lazareth, but with its innovation spirit burning hottest in the East, this machine is built like a myth. On the road, it's a sleek, aggressive electric motorcycle with 1,300 cc of raw hybrid muscle, but at the push of a button, 4 jet turbines roar to life, lifting the entire bike off the ground. Within seconds, you're gliding above traffic, rooftops, and obstacles. It's part drone, part fighter jet, part muscle bike, and 100% adrenaline. This is the kind of machine that makes you question reality. Its core is built for strength with a carbon fiber chassis, hydraulic suspension, and the kind of minimalist yet brutal design that screams cyberpunk billionaire. But this isn't just about looking cool. It's built with functionality in mind. The LMV 496 uses kerosene-fueled turbines to lift off, supported by gyroscopic balance systems to keep it stable in midair. The technology behind it is eerily silent, because it's not just show, it works. So while America pushes electric trucks and autonomous ride-sharing pods, Asia is literally lifting off, turning transportation into something personal, powerful, and cinematic. And here's the kicker. This isn't a military experiment or an industrial prototype locked behind government doors. Lazareth is marketing this beast to the elite. A ride for those who want to turn heads, own the skies, and write their own rule. Priced at a cool $500,000, it's not for the average Joe. It's for the disruptors, the visionaries, the ones who don't wait for the future, they fly into it. Ask yourself this: when the world splits into those who rise above and those who stay grounded, which one will you be? Because the Lazareth LM Key 496 isn't just a ride, it's a revolution with wings. Number 5. Orgo's self-driving pods and GAC-Gov flying car. In the heart of China's most ambitious tech cities, something incredible is happening. Cars are quietly vanishing. In their place, sleek, intelligent, driverless pods that don't just drive, they think. Meet the Orgo self-driving pods, a vision of transportation so futuristic it makes Teslas look like relics. These pods don't have steering wheels, they don't need drivers, they glide through streets with AI precision sensing every pedestrian, every cyclist, every shifting weather condition, and adjusting in real time. They're designed to be quiet, efficient, and shockingly elegant. Wrapped in seamless curves and glass, the Orgopods feel less like public transport and more like private lounges built for Silicon Valley royalty. But the ground, that's just the beginning. Enter the GAC-Go flying car, a jaw-dropping, dual-mode vehicle that transforms from road machine to air cruiser in seconds. This isn't some clunky prototype locked in a warehouse. This is real tech, tested, and moving closer to mass deployment every month. The Gove has retractable wings, vertical liftoff capabilities, and a fully electric powertrain. It's the closest thing we have to the personal aircraft promised by sci-fi movies, and it's coming not from NASA or SpaceX, but from the very streets of Guangzhou. Together, these two technologies represent something bigger than innovation. They represent disruption. American automakers are still trying to refine range and performance in traditional EVs. Meanwhile, China is rewriting the entire transportation blueprint. The Orgopods adapt to whatever the city needs: last-mile delivery, on-demand rides, even mobile retail. And the Gove? It's designed to lift citizens over the noise, the traffic, the smog, to give back time, to elevate freedom. The emotional pull here is deep. These machines aren't just efficient, they're empowering. Imagine skipping traffic not just through faster lanes, but by skipping lanes entirely. Imagine never having to look for parking. Imagine your ride being as smart as your phone. Silent, clean, luxurious, and available in seconds. This isn't the future, it's now. The only question left: while American roads buckle under yesterday's infrastructure, are we watching the rise of the next global transportation empire? China's not just catching up, it's pulling ahead, and it's doing it from the sky. Number 6. Rosenbauer RT, the fire truck of the future. Forget everything you thought you knew about fire trucks. Bulky, gas-guzzling beasts from another era are being pushed aside by a machine that looks like it rolled straight out of a Marvel movie. And it's not from America. It's the Rosenbauer RT, the world's first fully hybrid electric fire engine that's transforming emergency response into a high-tech, eco-efficient operation. At first glance, it looks like something Tesla might design if it teamed up with the Pentagon, angular, armored, and humming silently with electric energy. But this beast isn't here to just look futuristic. It's here to save lives faster, smarter, and with a conscience. Built for the high-stakes world of urban firefighting, the Rosenbauer RT is engineered with dual electric motors and a diesel backup, combining raw power with surgical efficiency. When seconds mean survival, this truck delivers zero damage response times, whisper-quiet drive modes through sleeping neighborhoods, and instant torque that blasts it into motion like a sports car in uniform. And inside, think command center, not cockpit. A 360-degree digital control panel, advanced telemetry systems, and cabin comfort that rivals a luxury SUV. All built to keep firefighters sharp, calm, and in total control under chaos. This is about more than fighting flames. It's about rewriting the playbook for city emergencies. In traditional fire engines, idling diesel engines spew toxic exhaust while crews work. But the RT's battery-first design lets it operate in silence, reducing emissions by up to 90%, cutting fuel costs, and shrinking the carbon footprint of first response operations. It even adjusts its height and suspension in real time to conquer terrain or navigate tight urban streets, something American cities, already buckling under aging infrastructure, are desperate for. And while U.S. departments fight for funding just to maintain outdated fleets, Europe and Asia are already investing in fleets of these next-gen machines. In Berlin, Amsterdam, and Dubai, the RT is hitting the streets. Not just a concept, not a prototype, a fully deployed, fully functioning revolution. The Rosenbauer RT isn't just a fire truck, it's a glimpse into a new kind of power. Calculated, clean, and unstoppable. It's the kind of tech you expect to see in a James Bond film, not barreling down your neighborhood street. So here's the real question. When the next disaster strikes, do you want help arriving in yesterday's relic, or the machine built for tomorrow? Self-driving pods, floating SUVs, flying taxis. This isn't sci-fi anymore. China has launched a stunning fleet of next-gen transport vehicles that are real, operational, and changing the game. While American cities wrestle with potholes and gridlock, Chinese engineers are rewriting the future in silence and speed. Monorails built in months soar overhead. Electric SUVs turn into rescue boats during floods. Autonomous drones carry passengers above chaos. It's powerful, it's eerie, and it's happening now. These machines aren't just built to move you, they're built to replace everything you thought was safe. So here's the question, would you climb inside one? Would you trust your life to AI in the sky, or a car that floats through a storm? Because soon, you may not have a choice. The future is racing toward us, and it's not waiting for America to catch up. If you want to know where your city's next ride might come from, and whether it rolls, glides, or flies, subscribe now. This isn't just about transport. It's about survival, speed, and who controls tomorrow's roads or skies.